Hello, welcome, welcome. I am Nancy Thompson with Create with Nancy, and I am here today coming live with a bunch of falling leaves in my office. So I hope you join me in and say hello to let me know you're here. I know I had to use my camera for something else last night, so I needed to readjust it. I had it all apart in a different shape and form and everything else. So I hope if you are tuning in that you come and say hello to me and that you're ready for some creativity today. It is fall and it is like a perfect time to share a really fun technique with you that hopefully you have some of the supplies at home that you're gonna want to give this a try. Hi Angela, welcome friend. How are you doing today? It's just so gorgeous here. I almost hate to be inside, but it's almost starting to cloud up out there. I just looked out. The sunshine is kind of going away a little bit, but the weather is warm. It kind of feels like an Indian summer, but not really. I'm hoping it's not Indian summer because we haven't really had a frost yet here. So I'm hoping that means we have more nice, beautiful weather to come. So hi Stella, are you ready for a fun technique today? Thanks for joining in. And yes, hello from Texas. So anyway, so let's get started because I have a ton of stuff to share and I know I'm behind the 8 ball here. So hi Pat. Oh good, I'm glad you've got good weather too. So that means if you've got good weather, we've got good weather for the next few days. Well, maybe not in a couple of days. So oh yeah, it's clouding up all of a sudden. It's been like really sunny and nice. Jack's been out mowing the lawn and so getting that all set up and ready. So anyways, okay, so let's get creating here because I'm sure you're anxious to see what I have to share with you. So today because today's our 24-hour stamp sale today. So I already had my project planned, but there are a couple stamps that I am using on today's cards that are on the sale list. So you may want to get them. Okay. And Stella, I sent, let me think here. I got to think. Yes, I sent your package out to you. So you can't get your sound to work, Linda. Then it might be something on your end because I'm sure everybody else is able to hear me, so hopefully it will come to you. But the replay, if you can't get the sound to work, then eventually when we're done you watch the replay, it should be there. Okay, so I'm using the gorgeous leaf stamp set and the coordinating dies that go with this. It's the intricate leaves dies, and I pretty much just use the more delicate leaves here. Okay, and of course I use this little tree branch as well on one of my cards. So those are the stamps we're using. So this is a bundle that's in our July to December mini catalog on page 47, and you can see all the cool stamp sets. So we're going to use this here today and this as well. I love this. These are some of what I have to share. They're not even going to look like fall cards to you. Just nice, bright, happy colors are what we are working with today. So, okay, and then also, so one of the sets I'm using the Happy Birthday out of the Shaded Summer stamp set. So this is definitely on the 24-hour sale list at 15% off, as well as this is like one of my favorite sets all the time. I just have to find, where I can use the labels at different ways. So I love this one as well, Sunny Sentiments, and this one is 15% off as well. So little later on, I'm going to tell you when you place an order with me, what little special goodie I have for you. Okay. All right. So what we're doing today is the baby white technique. I don't know if any of you have tried it before. I've already pre-cut a whole bunch of leaves. I love, like, when I run through color, I like to put all the leaf dyes on my piece of cardstock at the same time. So I just put all of these intricate ones on and just run them all through. So then I have lots of leaves to play with for another project. So kind of keep that in mind. You can put them in like a little Ziploc baggie, or if you have some special container to keep them in. So that's what I kind of do. It helps make my crafting go so much quicker. So let me just mute my phone here. Okay, so we are just simply starting with a baby wipe. We don't have small kids anymore, but I always keep these on hand because they are perfect for crafting. And I use one of the thicker ones. I think these are Pampers, and because some of them are thinner, and I just fold it into quarters, okay? And this is going to create our ink pad, okay? So you can create your own customized ink pad, all right? So I've chosen, and we're going to use ink refills, all right? I've chosen Coastal Cabana, Mango Melody, and Poppy Parade, and Daffodil Delight. Those are my colors that I'm going to work with. So there's lots of ways you can put your ink on. You could do like little dots and have it all meshed together, but I'm keeping this simple, okay? And you can play around with how you want your ink to go on. So I'm going to just lay down some ink, and I'm going to just make a row here of ink. And I always try to shake my ink a little bit to make sure it's all mixed up. I'm just kind of putting like a thick line here. I'm squeezing as I go, but I don't think you have to oversaturate it, because I use this technique to make like at least 4 cards, I guess. Let me make sure I got the right colors here. So this is our Daffodil Delight, and you can use any color combination as you want, okay? So there's our custom ink pad, all right? So let me show you the card, okay? You know what? I didn't mount this stamp on a block. So let me grab my stamp set here, and I'm going to just use this, just this maple leaf here, okay? So here's the card we're going to create. We're going to create just this overall background, okay? Very simple stamping, okay? So let's pull in some basic white and my leaf. So I personally do not like to stamp all the way around like this. I like to stamp in one area at a time. Okay, this is like one of my tips. I'm just going to press it down in, and then I'm going to stamp on my cardstock. So let me see about zooming in just a little bit more. Okay, I think that's better. Okay, for you, I hope. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so if you want, depends on your color combination too. I would just give it a quick wipe and then dry it off a little bit. And I'm going to just press again. And I like to twist and turn my stamp. Okay. And then we're just going to re-ink and just complete covering our card front here. Okay. Whoops. There we go. But isn't that just the most unique colored leaves that you've ever seen? Let me move this a little bit better. Hopefully you guys are seeing this. Okay. All right. So let's finish this. Okay, I think you're in shot. Yeah, because the less moving around, it kind of like meshes the colors together on here, and it could kind of make your ink pad a little muddy looking, where like if you ended up doing the Coastal Cabana and then hit it over here in the yellow, you're going to that's what's going to create the muddy look. Okay, so let's just keep going here. I mean, I like to definitely switch around and clean up my ink pad. Okay, let's just add a few more here. And we have a really cool card front here. Okay, let's just fill in these spots. Okay, so let's add, we're going to fill in this white background a little bit. So I'm going to take the crumb cake, and there is this speckled type of a stamp here. Okay, so, and you always want to test out your colored ink when you're trying to fill in your background a little bit. Thanks, Pat. I'm glad you like these colors. And Angela, me either. Sound is in and out. It looks like my signal is fine, so it could just be your signal is what's happening. What did I put the ink on, Colleen? I used a baby wipe, just one baby wipe, and I folded it into quarters is all I did. So, so what you're going to want to do is figure out what strength of speckles you want, okay? Do you want first generation, second, or third generation? I think I want, and it all depends on how heavy you stamp off too. I think I'll just kind of stamp a couple of times. I'll stamp off once and then just kind of lightly keep stamping into a little bit more, just so I get a little bit of variation, okay? And that's all there is to it. So what do you guys think? Do you love this? Okay, so there's our first card base, okay? So let's, oh, before I go any farther, let's, yeah, we can do that later. Okay, so we're gonna mount this onto some basic black cardstock, okay? So we got some basic black here. The black just makes it pop. It took me a while to kind of figure out what color, and I settled on the black cardstock just so it helped make it pop, okay? And then we are going to take some dimensionals, and we'll put some dimensionals behind this layer right here. And we're going to mount it on some Poppy Parade. I think I used Poppy Parade. Yeah, it looks like Poppy Parade, okay? And so is everybody ready for fall? It's just, it's so, I hate to see fall leave and go by. It's, you know, and go by the wayside. If we could just have fall all year round, I would love it. You know, there's just so much, you know, like the apples are here and grapes are here and everything else. I didn't finish off the inside of this card, so I'm going to show you this on the inside, okay? I'll have to finish that off later because I didn't cut any cardstock for it. Okay, so we are going to use a label from the Tasteful Label dies. I love those dies. Hopefully they don't retire them anytime soon. So we are going to use the stamp set from the words A Happy Hello, and I forgot to, I just kind of threw it on the block. I didn't kind of try to line it up so I stamp it fairly straight. So I'm using my grid paper to look at this word A Happy and Hello to see where it's lining up on the grid paper, so I hopefully get it straighter, okay? So let's, hopefully this is going to come out straight. Okay, that looks pretty darn good. So I kind of like went off center just a little bit, so I'd have a little bit more room for these leaves that I want to attach, okay? So let's see, we are going to, so let's add this to our card front right now so it's less to disturb. So I got ink on my finger. It's an inky kind of day today, I guess. You turned yet? Yes, our leaves have started to turn. Up north in the Adirondacks, I think it's past peak. Here, I don't feel like our leaves are turning very well. They're falling off. They're kind of brown. I don't know. It's a weird season. Some of our trees have turned color. but there's quite a few that haven't. They've just turned brown and fallen off. It's weird summer. Okay, so let's take some Tombow liquid glue, and we're going to take out some of these leaves here. We're going to use the Coastal Cabana in a real red, and I'm going to add one more on here, okay? So I'm just using a little bit on here. I don't feel like I need to cover the whole leaf, so that way it will look kind of popped up and everything and more 3D. And same with this one, just a little bit of liquid glue right there, okay? So we got a nice set of leaves, and then I think I'm going to pop this one, maybe like, I guess I'm going to go up here. Maybe I'll wait after I put the bow on, okay? I already have some pre-tied bows. We're using this gorgeous black and white gingham. So I love it. Let's grab a mini glue dot here, and I never know which roll is where the glue dots are anymore. We're going to just simply add this on there, and we will trim our ends here. There we go. Okay. Let's see. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll throw this leaf down here because there's a lot of dead space. I think I'm going to just put it down here. And just, there's no right or wrong. I don't like my bow covering up my words. All right, so there is card number 1. So, and leaves were pretty much gone because of the torrential. Yes, oh, that's what I was afraid of, Gail. Yikes. Okay, so here's our first card, but let's add a little bit of bling. I've got these wonderful gems. I believe they're in our mini catalog. So I'm going to, they've got like, do they say what color they are? They're like a red and like a clear with gold flecks in them. So I'm going to use the red ones here, and we'll just add a little bit of bling here, okay? And just kind of make this pop just a little bit more. You know what? I think I'm going to just go with the 2. Yeah, I'm just going to go with 2. Usually I do an odd number, but I think that's what we're going to do, is just go with 2 gems on there. Thanks, Colleen and Linda. I'm glad you love it. And Angela. Hi, Wendy. Welcome. Okay, let's do our envelope. So I'm going to, so we did a lot of stamping so far, correct? Using our ink pad here. So isn't that just gorgeous? I'm loving the colors. And then I think we're going to just take a little bit of crumb cake and just kind of make this so it's not like, so it's not standing all by its lonesome self. Okay, so we have a gorgeous card and matching envelope. Isn't that just gorgeous? I love it. All right, so let's go on to card number 2. Okay, what do we have next? Okay, we're going to go on to this one. What do you think of this really, really cool background? Look at the background on this one. I love it. Does it scream fall to you? You know? It's just cool, I think. Okay, so let's, and you could use different images, you know, maybe a daisy or something if you didn't want, but we're focusing on the leaf bundle. So, what kind of container do I keep my bling in? Hi, Ellen, welcome. That looks handy. Yeah, where did my bling container go? Oh, I use these, you know, I don't know if these are available anymore. There are old half case stamp sets that I have on hand. You could use just about anything, you know, just kind of get creative. You could put them in a plastic container, but I need stuff organized personally. I use a lot of these little tiny boxes that I was gifted to keep things organized and together. But just kind of, you know, look out there. It could even just be in like a plastic sleeve and you put in like a file folder or something. So, okay, so let's get back to our cards. So we're going to start with a plain old half sheet of basic white cardstock, okay? And our same ink pad, all right? But this time we're using this blotchy image that's in the stamp set. I love it. It looks like that splattered look to it. So, and I'm going to just press down in one spot, and I'm going to, I'm just going to, this time, because it's not too bad, I'm just going to, I got to work my way across. I'm just going to keep working my way across the cardstock. You know, I think I am going to clean it because I still have more stamping to do here. All right, in between, and I just kind of press down a little bit hard on the baby wipe here, okay? And I'm kind of keep going the same way with my stamp. I didn't twist and turn it a little bit, but if you wanted to, you could. I just want to make sure I got a nice collection of color going across. Okay, let's go like this, and let's get this one in there. I just love covering everything up, okay? I think I should have just stamped one more time. All right, so we've got, it looks kind of like a little bit of a muddy mess, but I don't think it looks bad. You know, you can spread it out or as close together as you want. All right, so there's our cool background with this splatter stamp. So let's finish this up. We're going to use another Tasteful Label die here, okay? How long will the ink stay wet? Until your baby wipe, you know, probably like one setting. That's why you don't have to go overboard with adding a ton of ink. You can always go back and add more ink, or start with a new baby wipe and more ink, you know, and it depends on how wet your wipes are too. You don't want a very dry wipe either. You want it, you know, so it's got a little bit of moisture to it, but not oversaturated, so it bleeds out the colors, okay? So it like waters down the color of the ink. So it's just a fine line, okay? Yes, I love, welcome Bev, I love the spatter stamp as well. Oh, thanks, Wendy. So those half cases did retire, but we do have the slim ones that are like this that are in the catalog to order, okay? So that our stamps come in. And you could put several in there and line them up if you love to have things organized. I need it organized so I can use the stuff and see it. Otherwise, I kind of forget that it's here on my, you know, in my supply section, and to remember to use it. Okay, so we're going back to Shaded Summer. We are using Happy Birthday, and I think that looks okay. So this one, I'm going to put this kind of like up here in the upper corner. Ooh, doesn't that look beautiful? I love this. And hopefully you got the dies, the celebration dies that went with this Shaded Summer stamp set. I love the words in it, so make sure you check that out, because remember, it's on sale today. And once today's over with, your sale price is gone. They don't normally give a sale on current stamp sets. That doesn't happen too often. Okay, so let's add some more dimensionals to this. I hope you guys are, so how many have used this technique before? Have you used it? Have you forgotten about it? There's always techniques you do forget about. So, so it's always cool to have a refresh and make it with something new and current, I think. So, you're so welcome, Ellen. And thanks for joining in today, everybody. I appreciate you being here to share with me some creativity. So Okay, so let's add some leaves. We're going to use a daffodil delight here, and let's go with poppy and a little bit of coastal cabana. Okay, and let's grab the Tombow glue. I'm loving Tombow glue. You know what? I'm going to add the red one first, the Poppy Parade one, so it's kind of close to here because I want it kind of close to my words, and then work my way out a little bit. So there we go. And then let's add this little tiny one down here. There we go. Okay, and then we've got another gingham bow we're going to add to this. I love the gingham, just that little pop of black, I think, just makes everything pop and look striking. So, never tried this technique. Stella, you've never tried this? Oh, it is so fun. I mean, you just choose, like, if you're having trouble figuring out what colors to work with, these colors are all from the same color collection. So I'm using all Bold Brights, or use the colors that are in the designer paper as well. So if you have a favorite designer paper, look at the colors that were used there and go with those colors to create your own color scheme. Okay, and I feel like solid images work best. Okay, like a more solid image, and it just all depends sometimes on what the outline image is, on whether it's going to be appropriate or not. Okay, more fine detailed. So but I'm going to show you the next card uses a little bit more fine detailed, and that works good too. So it all depends on what the image is. Okay. No, you just ordered baby wipes. How good, Angela. It is so cool. You might like it with some of your Halloween stuff. You know, Angela is a Halloween queen. Okay, she makes all kinds of treats packages for her son's school backpack program, and does an awesome job. Lucky kids in that school to receive one of her creations. So so let's just, you know what I'm gonna do, we're gonna go with 3 on this one. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so we can dress up the inside a little bit here. Okay, so let's just take our maple leaf, and I think I'm gonna go like this and just plop it down there, and let's just add a little bit of this crumb cake around to kind of center our leaf. Okay, there we go. Hopefully you can see that. It's kind of dark here. I guess my lighting's a little bit off. Okay, so there is that card. So let's do our envelope. And I think, what was I going to do? This one I was going to, that's right. Let's take this splatter again. Okay, we're going to put down the splatter. Okay, so for this time, we're going to take some Poppy Parade. And we're going to do a little bit different creativity here. Okay, just by adding a leaf there. All right, just on top of it, kind of like, and I think that looks great. So there's our card and matching envelope. Isn't that just like so bright and cheery? But it's still kind of, you know, the leaves. It's a great guy card, I think. You know, it doesn't have flowers. It's got, you know, some leaves. Okay, so project number 2. So I've got one more to share with you. I think this one's my favorite, and it's really cool how I did this one. So we are going to, so here it is. So look at that. Isn't that really cool? So look at this. This is like, so it's not bumped up or anything, and it's flat across. So can you think about how I created this card? Isn't that really neat? And then here's our baby wipe technique here. So let's let me show you what I did. So what I started with was, so the cork. Okay, cork is very precious to me. Okay, because it's pricey. You get 2 sheets, and I forgot how much it is. in our mini catalog, but it die cuts really, really well. I'm going to just look really quickly. It's $7.50 for 2 sheets of the cork, and it's cork paper, so it's very thin, but I love the look at it. So so it's really cool. So what I did was I took our stitch rectangle dies, and I used the second, I think I used the second to largest one, or I used the largest die that we have, okay, the largest rectangle, and then I went down 2 sizes, okay, the second one, the third one down, okay, so that way I would create this border. So when I take this off, all I needed was, I just wanted this border here, okay, and that's to create this border. And now I've got this to use on another project. I could take another, I could take one more of these. I could go down 2 more and create a whole nother frame, and highlight something in the middle as well and keep going. I haven't decided what else I'm going to do with that, but that could be a possibility. Okay, so that's saved aside. And so you can see this is the larger one, and it just kind of, you inlay it in there. Okay, so let's get back to our cards. We've got our frame here. All right, so now we're going to take a piece of basic white, and we are going to use this wood grain stamp here. Okay, that's included in the gorgeous leaves. Oh good, I'm glad you like that tip, Colleen. The cork is really nice. It's so soft and pliable. It's like paper is what it is. So it's really great. Okay, so I'm going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to just stamp. I think I'm going to start I'm going to start off the edge, okay? And I'm going to just overlap these and create, just go all the way across, okay? Probably should have started up a little bit higher, because yeah, I should have started up a little bit higher and then just had a little bit. So where's my Vanna piece? I hope I didn't drop that. Oh, here we go. I've got my Vanna piece. So see how I've like left a little bit more room, so you don't need as much, but I guess you could, I dropped my, we'll kind of go like with this. So you're just going to die cut this, okay? You could kind of play around where the die cut goes, but you want to leave enough white space, I think, you know, it depends on how much white space you want showing. So I've already die cut this piece. This is what was the inside of the cork. So this is the same size that I use for the inside of the cork. Use the back now. Thanks, Colleen. Oh, good. I'm glad you're enjoying all these tips, Linda. It makes me happy that you're learning. Okay, so what we're going to do now is see how this just kind of is going to inlay in there, and it's all like one layer is what it is. Okay, so we are going to first take and you have to play around with your measurements. Okay, you always need to kind of like use your ruler and figure out how much of a border you want around this, because these rectangles sometimes aren't the same even measurements, okay? So we're gonna just take and just add some Tombow glue here, okay? You don't have to get overly aggressive with it. If in the sake of television, if I wasn't doing this so quickly, I'd kind of like set it aside a minute for it to tack up a little bit more, so it becomes more of a glue dot, so it's not so messy. So we're going to just take our time and lay this down. Okay, that looks good. All right, and now we will take this, and this is going to lay right in there. I love this. I kind of forget to do this. So you guys are getting lots and lots of tips here today. So I hope you lots of hearts and thumbs up, and share this video with your friends and family, okay? So that's the best thanks I can get. All right, so let's layer this up now. We are going to use a Poppy Parade. We've got a piece of, I did have like a piece of scrap that I cut out, this Tasteful Label die here. We're going to use that. And what else are we going to use? We got a branch here. I've got glue on my fingertips. And we're going to use this yellow piece here, okay? I did have, when I was playing around a little bit, like this, I die cut it out with the solid leaf here. Doesn't that look pretty? Like using the baby wipe, you know, technique. So it just gives it that, it looks like a true fall leaf, I think. So cool, cool, cool. Okay, let me think here. Where are we going with this? Okay, so let's start with, got a little bit of there. I think I'm going to lay this down first. Got a little too much glue there. Okay, so let's lay that. Let's kind of overlap that a little bit to have that sprig sticking out. And then we're going to take our piece of cork here and add some dimensional. So if you're loving these, I'm offering a kit for these 3 cards. Just you're going to need the stamp set to recreate this with the supplies, okay? So you can get the supplies for the 3 cards, your bows here, the die cut leaves, the labels, the layering that you need as well, with any $35 or more order. So if you love these, it's a great way to have some to get started, okay? So ink refills would be a great thing to add to your list, to your shopping list as well. So, or any of these dies, so you can recreate it again. If you don't have the stitch rectangles or the Tasteful Label dies, those are really, really fun and cool. I use them a lot. Okay, so let's add this Mango Melody leaf here. Okay, and this Daffodil Delight right there. And what did I use? What did I do with that? Because I have a sneak peek for you, and I'm not sure what oh, here we go. Is this the one? No, I gotta think. I forgot about that. Okay, I got a sneak peek for you. That's coming up in November that you're gonna love, and I've totally slipped my mind. All right, so, but I'll show you. So I have the word hello there, okay? Hello. This is from a stamp that's coming out in November, and I'm going to show you that in just a minute. And I have a project that I did as well with it. So here we go. So I'm adding a couple dimensionals on there. So let me grab the words. So it's just words there. I just stamped it on a piece of scrap, and then I just, you know, cut off the excess words. So I've got just the word hello. I forget to do that occasionally because sometimes you just don't want the whole word. Okay. All right. So we've got that, and then let's. I told you I had a ton to share. Thanks, Jane. I'm glad you enjoyed the cards. Okay, there we go. We'll add our linen thread bow. And I gotta grab out my big scissors because my sharp ones are on the floor. Okay, there we go. And we are gonna put this on a piece of, I thought I had, oh, here we go. On a piece of basic white cardstock. And we're going to add, yep, we are dimensionalizing it, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. See, that's one of the perks of being a demonstrator. You get to, we get to have these fun new product releases early, and I'm excited because in a couple more weeks is our upcoming demonstrator event called On Stage at Home. It's going to be a virtual session, so that's going to be fun. Okay, what do you guys think? Are you loving it? So let's add a little bit more bling, and let's do something here on the inside as well. Okay, see the stamp, our custom stamp pad is still looking pretty darn good. Okay, there we go. That's a little sharper image for you. And let's add a little bit more, add another image to our envelope as well. See, you can see the Coastal Cabana is starting to get a little muddy here. So you could go in and either avoid it or add a little bit more color again to your custom ink pad. Okay, so there is that beautiful card. Oh, we got to add a little bit more bling here. Okay, so let's let me think here. We're gonna add one here and another one here, and let's go down here. Okay, this is my favorite. So which one was your favorite? The one with the cork, this one here with the leaves on the background, or the splatter background as well? So let me let's zoom back out a little bit. There we go. I think that's better. Okay, there we go. Whoops. Okay, there we go. So give me a whether you, these cards make me smile. Oh, good, Bev, I'm glad they do. The last one's your favorite. I know, I'm kind of prone to that one too. The cork just makes it definitely makes it more fallish with the cork. But I kind of like this one too for just an over easy, like, great, yeah, as Colleen had said, like a get well or whatever. So just, you know, this technique just makes this totally different, I think, a whole different array of cards, you know, and feelings. So just by changing it up a little bit. Okay, so how did I get started? So let's give a few tips here on playing around with colors. Okay, so I just, you know, when I first was playing with what colors, I'd add a little bit Gorgeous Grape, and I didn't care for that. So just, you know, play with your colors. It's just a baby wipe and some and ink refills, and you don't have to have as big of a pad if you're just playing around. Start with a small image and kind of get a feel as to what look you're going for. Okay, don't be afraid to just experiment a little bit. Here's this first one. I didn't care for these leaves. It just, let me grab the leaf one here. I think it needed, I used Old Olive here instead, but I think it needed like that Coastal Cabana look to make it pop a little bit more. And these leaves, I did dots around, and I kind of like the stripe looked better. So it all just depends on what stamp set you're using, okay? So you just need to play. And here I just started with 3 colors, and then I kind of went to that 4th color. So I hope you experiment with this a little bit, okay? I'll have a blog post with the supplies I used. Probably tomorrow. It could be later today or tomorrow. Okay. But let me show you. I want to talk. I've got one more card. I'm going to save it at the end. Okay. But so just remember, I do have a flyer. It's hard to post. I can't figure out how to post a PDF on my Facebook page, but I think it's on my blog. I don't know. I've did so much posting in the last like 24 hours. So if you don't find it, email me or message me and say, Nancy, can you email me this flyer? It lists all the stamp sets by page number, and it shows the sale price. And also on my blog, you can, or in my in the online store, you can go directly there, and there is a complete listing as well. There's a special column with all the items that are on sale and the price as well. Okay. So if you purchase $35 or more, you can have your choice of a package of this 48 sheets of 6x6 of the Host designer paper Pattern Party. I think Pattern Party. And there's all these there's 12 different designs, okay? And you're going to get 4 of each of the 12 designs. And remember, the back side is black and white. So you could either have this or the pack of make and takes of the 3 card supplies that I used today. So you'll get the supplies for this card, and this card, okay? And you would need to use some type of stamp set to create them yourself. So all the die cuts will be included along with your ribbon and some gems as well, okay? So so there's that. You could have your choice. If you wanted both, up it to a $50 order and I'll send you both, okay? So there's that. And then I also want to talk a little bit about I'm doing a fundraiser. I'm still carrying it on. We started it in August. I think it was August. Where we have been trying to ask for sponsorships for Kits for Kids. So kids in my in nearby community can receive one of these kits in their holiday angel basket this year, okay? So this is one of the $12 sponsorships. You just can message me on how you can send me some sponsor money, okay? And I will order the kits and make sure they get to them. We are up to 101 kits, and I have $150 goals to reach, okay? So we're like 49 kits away from making sure that every kid in that community will receive a kit in their basket this year. This is one of the $12 ones. It's a simple stamping kit, so it's geared for the littler kids, okay? And then the larger ones, the $19 sponsorship, includes there's a stamp set, an ink spot, so they've got all their tools and all the supplies that they need, and a block as well. Whoops, not sure, my light just kind of like went out a little bit. I don't know why. That's so weird that my light just got dark all of a sudden. Let me see if I need to bump up my light, but that's so weird. I don't think, yeah, it's still on, so that's weird. Okay, so I apologize if that's, so they get their supplies and blocks and everything. So these are going to be geared for the older kids, and that's a $19 sponsorship. So if you're interested in helping me meeting this goal to get a kit in every child in the nearby community, I would love for your help with that, okay? And if you're local to me, I've been teaching a class at the Elbridge Library, and I want to show you the next class or the project that we're doing there on November 4th. If you're interested, you can go contact the library to sign up. Okay, there's limited spots, but we're going to create this cute little gift box here. It holds 4 note cards. There's two designs. Here's one of the 2 designs, and where's the other one? And then we'll make 2 of this design as well. So if you're interested, just contact the library to sign up for that. And let me think, was there anything else? Yes, this card, and I got to figure out what I did with that because I want to show you too. Oh yes, that's right. I got to find, because I wanted to give you like a sneak peek of the designer paper as well. And do I have it here? I might need to, hang on. Okay, do I have it all? Whoops. Here we go. Sorry about that, guys. I guess this is local live. So, Stampin' Up! Is doing an early release of a bundle, or I guess it's a suite that's going to be available in the next mini catalog that starts in January. Okay, so but this early release is available on November 2nd, available to order, and it's called the Eden Garden. And here's a sneak peek at some of the designer paper. Let me just close up my ink pad here so I don't get ink all over, and I'll show you the stamp set. And there is dies to go with it. So so here's like this gorgeous, it's got a lot of like soft succulent and evening evergreen in it, and so it's just in the gold foil in it as well. Okay, so there's one design. Here's another design right here. So it's just really kind of pretty, and you know, looks very Edenish. No pun intended, but this has kind of got like speckles on the background. Let's see, this here's like one design here. Here's the flip side, so there's that nice like ferny type look. Okay, and then here's another design. You can see little gold dots in there as well. And here's the back side, so it's kind of like a graduation of color here, from soft succulent to the evening evergreen. And then this has got lots of gold shimmer to it. There we go. And kind of like, I don't know, this reminds me of the host paper. It's got like that black and white, one of the black and white color scheme patterns. And then I think this one's really, really pretty here, this design as well. So, which library? It's the Elbridge Library, Colleen, in Elbridge. So, November 4th, 2 to 4 or 6 to 8 are the times, okay? So that's the Eden Garden paper. And then they have this, I don't know what it's called. It's called cotton paper. It's very thin. I haven't quite decided what to do with it. It's like tissue paper, okay? So it's soft succulent and evening evergreen is what it comes in. So I gotta think about this. I haven't figured that out, what to do with that yet. Hopefully somebody more creative is gonna love it, or you know, gonna come up with something before I do. So so let me show you. Here's the stamp set. So it's kind of like a distinctive stamp set, but they have really, really neat words in it. Look at that. Isn't that just pretty? I know you can't remember the prices, but sending hugs, dear friend, how are you? My heart is tied to yours. Tug if you need anything. Hello there. And then these gorgeous leaves, okay? And then of course there's this matching set of dies to go with it as well. You know what? This is the wrong one. Hold on. I grabbed the wrong set of dies, I believe. Yes, I did. Okay, here's this, because I'm like, it should be a wreath. Okay, so here's the set of dies that go with this, okay? So this kind of creates a wreath with it. Maybe I'll put it on here so you guys can see better. There's a nice like long label here, and this makes a really cool decorative edge. And then of course you've got like a smaller wreath that would make a great cool label as well. And of course some other leaves. So cool set of dies. So sometimes I think they would be great wallpapers. They would, Colleen or Gail would make great wallpaper. Okay, so let me show you. So can you see this stamp set using the baby wipe technique? So that's what I did. So let me know what you guys think of this. And anybody who does place an order, I will send you one of these hand stamp cards also as part of your thank you gift. So what do you guys think? Can you see this okay? It is dark. I'm going to post a copy of this somewhere on Pinterest. So come to Pinterest, my Pinterest page, and come see it there, okay? And make sure you give me a like and save it, pin it to your wall, okay? So you can see this, a really good copy on Pinterest, all right? Okay, so that is what I have to share with you today. So I hope you are really feeling creative. Don't forget to give me all kinds of hearts and thumbs ups, and to share this with your friends and family. And if you need to place an order, you can go to my online store to do it. Do I have this here? I never know. There's a host code you can use. And the best way is just go to my blog, createwithnancy.com, which is right there. And click on the shop now, and you can see everything right there. Because sometimes going to just my website, you get disconnected in some way. So I hope you enjoy this. If you have any questions about ordering, please reach out to me. And I want you to have an awesome day, everybody. And thank you so much for joining in today. Okay, bye-bye.